All right, so moving
Next one.
on. Gotta love something big has come back.
Mm.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Okay,
So
so
UberX
UberPOOL.
Share.
UberPOOL is UberPOOL is back. You know, they can sugarcoat this any way they want. Although, you know what? I give him credit. Did I just say that? Yeah.
You
Uh,
give him credit. Yeah, wow.
I,
What? What?
I give him
Hold on, let
credit.
me check. Did hell
Yeah,
freeze over?
it's on recording, so I'm like, God damn, I said it. Did you say tips? Yeah, I said we said
Yes,
tips, sir.
tips.
Yeah. There are a lot
So
of people getting tips. Aren't you getting any tips, Ricky?
yep.
Meet UberX Share. So this is the replacement for UberPOOL, the dreaded UberPOOL that every driver hated before the pandemic. And if they could opt out, they would have opted out. However, according to Andrew McDonald, which I hope he comes on our show, but after this, I doubt it.
You gave
um,
me credit though.
I did. Yes, I did. Yes, Andrew, I gave you credit. Oh, we Zoom.
Oh, we Zoom. Thank you.
UberX Share to LA. Yes, 24 guys. Share for a lunch. Yes, of course we are. Um, so thank you, WeZoom. Go kill it out
Appreciate
there.
it.
Meet UberX Share. So this is replacing Pool. In the old days, a pool string, whoever had it in their city, they know what I'm talking about. A pool string could have gone on forever, literally. They'll be like, you could pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 passengers, drop them off in whatever order the algorithm asks you to do. You would be working for 20 to 30% less in mileage, like 45 cents a mile as opposed to 60 in LA. So basically, you had to do like 4 times the amount of work for half half the amount of money that you're going to get. So pandemic hit, luckily for UberPOOL haters, and it stopped because they said, no, we can't put like 10 people in a car. Okay, so now they're bringing it back under a different name called Meet UberX Share. So the differences are actually pretty drastic. You can only one person can order UberPOOL. In the old days, you could have 2 people can order two seats in a car because all 4 seats could have been taken on a pool trip. Now it's 1 person at a time and maximum 2 passengers in the car at the same time. So the string that used to go on and on and on and on and on, or could have gone on and on unless you push your stop new request button. Now it's only 2. The other good news is they both have to wear masks. You get to do pool pickup. If the person doesn't show up in 2 minutes instead of 5 on a regular X ride, you have the right to cancel and collect the cancellation fee. Also, while you're waiting those 2 minutes, they're forcing the passenger to be ready to go. There's also a 33 cents a minute waiting fee. So if you show up and the PAX is not ready to go, they're on the clock, 33 cents a minute, do, but it is something better than nothing. So they have changed quite a bit from the old UberPOOL to the Meet UberX Share. And the reason it's called UberX Share, the rates are going to be the same as UberX for the driver. So 60 cents a mile, 21 cents a minute. However, I'll give you a scenario. So I pick up one guy, he's going 5 miles. Then Uber algorithm matches him with another passenger. That's the max too. I'm maxed out now. And I pick him up or her up. The first guy's going 5, but what if the second guy is going 40 miles, right? So there's a possibility of that because what they do is it doesn't come in as a ping; it just gets added on. It gets stacked on like Lyft does with their shared rides. So long story short, I always what I did was I tried to just pick up one Uber pool passenger and turn the app off, to new requests off, not to get matched. But if you want to finish your quest faster, it's a good tool to use to finish your quest faster. And the rates are UberX rates these days, as opposed to 20 to 30% lower that they used to be. The other and last good thing that they did with this is that this definitely I give him credit for. Andrew, I give you 100% credit because I think you're the master brain behind this. If you go on your app, on your preferences, you know what kind of car you're driving, and you can drive for UberX, delivery, Uber Eats, packages, whatever the heck is available to you in your class, in your category. There is also going to be now one called UberX Share. You can opt out. Hello. So they have given the driver the choice to opt out. For how long? I don't know. So if you do opt out, you're not going to get UberX shared rides. So I think it's definitely an improvement from what it was from my experience before the pandemic with Uber from UberPOOL. So I give him credit for this. That, yeah, I mean, if you don't want to do it, don't do it. Great. Okay. I don't know how many
Now, my
people.
question, luckily, I've never had it in Buffalo. I'm
Thank
happy
God.
about that. I honestly, I would try it out just to see how it is when it came here, especially now that there's, these promotions and stuff that are going on, and you can get it quicker and easier with, these shared rides if it's available. The whole thing is, we're looking at the screen right now. You look at that last one, it says riders only get a discount on the price if you pick up a co-rider. So they
Yes.
designed it that way that riders would be more welcoming to each other
Mm.
while in the car. So, like, what about the whole upfront earnings? Are they going to say, "Oh, this is what you're going to get only if somebody comes in the car, but if not, we're going to charge you the normal regular rate"?
Yeah, no, I looked on my passenger app already, priced a few rides on Uber X Share. It's about 4 to 5% cheaper than an UberX from the start. Okay. And I priced it from my house going to the same spot, right? So it's about 4 to 5% cheaper to start with. And if you do get matched, it's going to drop another 20% on the passenger. Now, what I don't know about this is that, let's say I'm in the middle of the city center, surging. Is Uber going to give me the surge on the second passenger? Because in the old days, we had massive problems with that. That on the second passenger, they would hide the surge, the multiplier, but now it's flat rate. The first trip is going to come in just like it comes in. If you have upfront destination privilege, you're going to see where the passenger's pickup is, where they're going, right? But on the second one, in the old pool, they would just tack the guy on or the person on that's coming in your car, okay? And that would come in with no information whatsoever, not an extra ping. It would just be automatic match, and the algorithm would reroute you to the next passenger. So to me, I'm going to go do a few UberX Share rides for you guys, just to see if they're cheating the driver or not, especially on surge, right? So if I'm in a surge area picking up a passenger, I see that on my second phone. I mean, I expect to get surge. So, and also, with the X rates, I mean, if you want to finish a quest faster, I'd say go for it. But in most cases, with the bad experience the drivers have had with UberPOOL pre-pandemic, I think most of them are going to opt out. That's my
Mhm.
opinion. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's probably going to be the case too. The
Yeah.
question though is how are passengers going to take this, having the ability only to take one person? So people who are doing this pre-pandemic, who are ordering pool,
Yeah.
are they going to be as receptive, saying, "Oh, I can only have myself. I can't order it for me and a
Well, you know
friend."
what? No, in pre-pandemic, when I used to do pool, and used to have a hack that worked, we're not getting into that, but most of the time it was single passengers, to be honest with you. So to me, I don't think that's that big of a deal. But there is a mask issue here, by the way. I don't think it's on the screenshots. I read it, the small print. So it said that if a passenger, everybody has to wear a mask during UberX Share, just like UberX. But most people these days that get in my car are not wearing a mask, and I don't care at this point. I'm just kind of going with the flow. On the UberX Share, um, you may get downrated, to be honest with you, because if you accept a passenger, if the first passenger and you are wearing a mask, and the other passenger is trying to come in the car without a mask, and you allow that to happen, the existing passenger may downrate you. So UberPOOL used to be a ratings killer, and I'm expecting this to be also a ratings killer, because they could say, don't let this guy in the car without a mask. They have a point. That's what it says on the app too, by the way. You have all three people, two passengers and a driver, have to be wearing a mask during UberX Share rides. So it also says if you show up to the spot to pick up the passenger, they're not wearing a mask, you cancel and move on just like that. I think there's going to be a lot of friction between the two passengers. If one is a mask believer, the other one is not. I mean,
Mhm.
and to me, it's like, I will try it out just to see if my hack is still working. But otherwise, I think most people will opt out.
All right, thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club with Sergio and myself, Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you'll be notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. Make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right, drive smart, everyone.